Hello everyone, welcome again to another tutorial. So in today's video we'll be learning about a V-shaped beaded home decor. Very simple to make. Materials I'll be using today is a clear crystal bead or sugar bead, and here is some pearls. Both are in 10mm. Okay, you can also use this pink color of the sugar bead. The link will be in the description box down below. Here is my line, 50-pound fishing line that I'll be using today. And now I'll be starting with 4 beads. I put 2 pearls in between the crystal bead. I hold the last bead, cross with my right line, and pull like this. Okay, so now on each side of my line I add 1 bead to each side, pearl to the left and the crystal bead to the right, like this. Okay, you add to each side of the line like this, and we are going to cross both ends into the red bead and pull. Cross both ends of the line like this, hold the ends together and pull down like this. Okay, you're going to repeat the same on each side of the line. I'm adding 1 bead to each side of the line. Okay, pearl to the left and crystal bead to the right like this, and we are going to cross into the crystal bead and pull. Cross both ends like this, hold and pull down. We got 3 done, and now each side again. Let's add the same. This is how the weave is looking like. Very pretty. We had 3 units done, and now we are going to continue again. Okay, I add pearl to the left and crystal bead to the right, and I'm going to cross into the crystal bead and pull. Cross both ends of the line into it like this, hold ends together and pull. Now we have 4 units done. Okay, and I'm going to continue to make 12 of these. Okay, I'm going to make 12 long like this. This is my 12 that I made like this. Okay, and now we are going to turn on this 12 over here. On my left line I add 1 pearl and a crystal bead. Okay, you add like this, hold the crystal bead, cross with the right line and pull. Alright, and now we are going to start a new row again. On my left line I add 3 beads to my left line, pearl and 2 crystal bead, cross with the right line and pull my right line into the next bead, pull through next bead, add 2 beads to the left line like this, 2 crystal bead, cross with the right line and pull down my right line into the next bead, pull through next bead. Alright, and on the left line I'm adding 2 crystal bead, cross with the right line and pull. I'm going to pull through the next bead again and 2 beads to the left line. Okay, like this. I'm going to hold the last one and cross with my right line and pull, and this is what we'll be repeating. Okay, we are going to repeat the same technique to the end using only crystal bead. And now I'm about to complete this row. I'm pulling through the last bead, and on the same line, that's my right line, I add 1 pearl and 1 crystal bead. I'm crossing my left line into the crystal bead and pull like this. So now you see how the line turns in the bead. We are going to go into this direction. Okay, I'm going to weave in this direction, and now this is where the line is. Okay, I'm adding 1 bead to each side of my line, pearl to the right, crystal bead to the left. I'm crossing into the crystal bead, hold and pull down. Again, I'm going to add 1 pearl to my right line. Okay, each side of my line, 1 pearl and a crystal bead. I'm going to cross into the crystal bead and pull. Okay, crisscross the ends of the line into the crystal bead, hold and pull. Again, each side of my line I add 1 bead, and I'm going to cross into the 3rd crystal bead like this, hold and pull down. And we are going to continue to make the same number of beads we make for the other side. We are going to make 12. 12 through. Okay, you count from the corner and make 12 long. So now you have to count from the corner to know if you have exact number. This is 12. You count from here 1 2 3 to 12. All right, and now we are going to turn again and make another row. So on my right line, I'm adding 1 pearl and 1 crystal bead. I cross with the left line and pull like this. Now the line turn again. You see, we end this one in 2 bead. We did the same thing over here too. Okay, you have to take notice of that. And now we are going to start another row again. On my left line, I'll be adding 3 bead. Okay, 1 pearl and 2 crystal bead. Cross into the crystal bead and pull. My right line into the next bead. I add 2 bead to the left line like this. Cross with the right line and pull. My right line into the next bead. 2 bead to the left line. Cross with the right line and pull. Okay, and I'm going to continue to repeat the same to all this bead over here. Okay, into the next bead, I add 2 bead to the left line, cross and pull down. I'm pulling my right line again into the next bead. 2 bead to the left line, cross with the right line and pull. I'm going to continue the same way to the end. 2 bead to the left line. Okay, you cross and pull. I'm going to continue. This is how the weave is looking like. Very pretty. Continue to the end. I'm about to complete this row over here. So I'm pulling my right line into the next bead. Okay. My line is in this bead. Okay. So on my left line, I add 2 bead to my left line. Cross with the right line and pull. Now if you come to the middle, I'm going to pull through 2 bead. Okay. The middle over here, 2 bead is what we are going to use to continue. This is the first bead. This is the second one. Okay, pull through 2 bead over here in the corner. These 2 bead in the middle. Okay, I need only 1 bead. Okay, over here to complete this row. Okay, now my right line into the next bead. We are going to continue right into the next bead. This is how it looks like. My left line, I add 2 bead to the left line, cross and pull. Okay, now my right line again into the next bead. 2 bead to the left line, cross and pull down. My right line again into the next bead. All right, I add 2 bead to my left line, cross and pull right into the next bead. 2 bead to the left line. I cross with my right line and pull. So now I'll just go ahead and complete the rest. Okay, and we turn and make another row. Again, I add 2 bead to my left line, cross and pull down. My right line into the last bead. Okay, the last bead at the edge over here. And the right line, I add 1 pearl and 1 crystal bead. I cross with my left line and pull. I'm going to flip it over to my side like this. Okay, now my left line, this is my left line. My left line, I add pearl and 2 crystal bead. Cross with the right line and pull down. My right line into the next bead. Okay, and I add 2 bead to the left line, cross with the right line and pull into the next. 2 bead to the left line, cross and pull down. I'm going to continue to the rest, and I'll show you the middle, how we are going to take 2 bead in the middle. Okay, this is my last bead over here. Okay, I add 2 bead, cross and pull. Now we come to the middle again. I'm going to pull my line through 2 bead. This 2 bead over here, I'm I'm going to pull my line through 2 beads. And I'm going to add only 1 bead to my line, cross, and pull down. Okay, don't forget the middle is 2 beads. Okay, into the next bead. Then you continue the same way back and forth until you fill in the whole space to make a shape. All right. Please, if you're interested in buying the bead, the link will be in the description box down below. I add 2 beads to my left line. Okay, I cross with my right line and pull down into the next 2 beads to the left line, cross and pull. Right line into the next bead, 2 beads to the left line, cross and pull. I'm going to be repeating the same thing to the end, okay? Using only crystal bead. I'm using only crystal bead over here to complete the row. And I'm pulling through the last bead at the end, and on the same line I add 1 pearl and 1 crystal bead. I cross with my left line and pull like this. All right, then we are going to start again. On my left line I add 3 bead, 1 pearl and 2 crystal bead, and I'm going to pull into the next bead, 2 bead to the left line, cross and pull down. So now I'm going to do the rest of camera and I'll come back and meet you here. Okay, I'm going to continue back and forth until I complete. And now this is what I have. We have 4 at the end on both sides. Okay, 4 and 4.